People are different. People are different. But they are predictably different. Do you believe that people are different? How many of you guys believe that people are different? Yes, of course, people are all different. How many of you believe that we can predict how someone will act or react in a given environment? Let me show you how we do that. In the general population, there are 4 types of people, and we call them dominant, or the D style, influencing, or the I style, stable, or steady, which is the S style, and then the C style is the compliant style. And those are the people that make up our world. And you see those people all the time. You see those people all the time. If you've ever walked up to an elevator and saw the guy that presses the button and then steps back and looks at the button again, and then he presses it, and then he taps it or holds it, because he thinks that as he presses that, the elevator must surely arrive faster, that is the D personality style. Dominant, direct, they're drivers. They want to control their environment. They want to do something to make something happen in their world. And so they will keep their thumb on that button until the elevator comes. Now, once the doors open and everyone walks in and they close, the one guy that turns around and starts talking to people, the guy that's smiling because once the doors close, he knows he has a captive audience, that is the I personality style. They're the influencers. They're the ones when the door opens, he goes, boom, 3rd floor, lingerie, enjoy your day. Those are the I's. Now the S personality style, they're stable, steady. They're very relational. They are people. Now they're the people that if the door's starting to close, but there's somebody that may or may not be wanting to get on the elevator, they'll stick their hand out. There's plenty of room. Come on in. Come on in. Now the D is back there going, oh, come on, man. I gotta go. Like, why are you waiting? And the yes is holding the door open. And if there's too many people, they'll say, you know what, I'll just take the stairs. They'll get out, let somebody else go. You go on. It's okay. That's that S personality style. Very stable, steady. Now, the C's. The C personality style is the guy that's very quiet, off to the side, and he's standing there looking at the plaque that says maximum weight, 3,700 pounds. And he's calculating body weight. He's going, if one person gets on, I'm off. Like, that's the guy. He's the guy that notices when the inspection date is due on the elevator. So those are the 4 personality styles. Now, D's make up about 3% of the population. 3%. Do you know why? Because any more than 3% and we would be at war all the time. So God in his wisdom said, we need those D's, we need those drivers, but let's keep them down to about 3% of the population. I's are about 11% of the population. And I's are fun to have around, but any more than 11% of the population, we would never get anything done. S's make up 69% of the population. They are the majority of people that you're going to be dealing with. Very stable, steady. Another S word for you, status quo. They like things the way things are right now. They make up 69% of the population. C's, what percent of the population would C's be? Okay, the person that said 17%, that person's a C. Do you know why? Because they did the math. They added it up and subtracted from it, but 17. So there's the C. That's the C style. That's the C personality style. But it's important to know these personality styles. It's important to know, first of all, for you, what blend of those styles, because those blends are all in us. Any one of us can be any one of those styles. How many of you believe that your personality style can change based on your environment? Yeah, that's right. You know what? Your car is your environment. And so people who are very easygoing, very stable, steady, laid back, sometimes they get behind the wheel, they turn into a D. And then as soon as they lock the door, doot, doot, they're back to their, hi, how's everything? And so you see these people change their styles in the car. When you start to merge, the guy that gets in front or won't let you through, that's the D. That's the D style. He will take a dent before he lets you in front of him. He's like, I'll take the dent. You will, no. That's the D personality style. Now the I is the guy that's trying to get in because he didn't realize that they were merging. Do you know why? Because he's talking and, he's singing a song. He's looking, he's like, hey, that was a good song. Last time I was down here, I remember there's a great radio. Oh, darn, I got to merge. That's the I. And he's waving. Hey, can I come in? Hey, can I come in? Hey, can I come in? Now the S personality style, they're the people that eventually will let you in. And they're like, this isn't right, but look at that guy. He's obviously from out of town. All right, I'll let you in. Now that percentage of people probably goes down as construction goes up. Now the C's are rarely in that situation. You know why? Because those are the people that have planned their route. Well, you have to leave a half hour early because you're going to want to make sure you do that. So those are the personality styles. So people are different. They are predictably different. Here's the secret to understanding people. Here's the secret. We are people that are hardwired. We are hardwired. God put this into our programming, that we will instinctively move towards things that bring us pleasure, and we will instinctively move away from things that bring us pain. And so, each one of these styles has a dominant fear. And when you understand those dominant fears, then you'll see why people instinctively move away from their dominant fears, because it brings them pain, it brings them discomfort, and why they instinctively move towards the things that motivate them. So the D, if any of you have a D, your dominant fear is being taken advantage of. And that is why they work so hard to be in control. That is why they move and put themselves in positions where they can determine the outcome. That's why they're so driven. The I personality style, their dominant fear is rejection. And that's why I's work so hard to get people to like them. That's why they talk so much. That's why they want to connect with you in a way that says, you know that John? He's a pretty good guy. I like that John. I's, their dominant fear again, is rejection. The S personality style. The S personality style, their dominant fear is loss of security. S's want to keep things exactly the way they are. And so the higher that S goes, the more they want to keep things the same. Because they don't want to be in a place where they don't have that security. And the C personality style, their dominant fear is criticism. That's why a C wants to be right. That's why they want to be correct. That's why you cannot get an answer from a C until they've researched it. Their dominant fear is criticism, and so they want information to make decisions. That's what C's strive for. And let me tell you, these dominant fears are so ingrained in people, they have to react because it's a hard wiring. I'm just going to give you an example of this. My wife is a higher C, so she likes things the way she likes things. I'm more, if you haven't guessed, that I personality style. Carefree, but I really want people to like me. I mean, I really want people to like me. And so when we go to McDonald's, and true story. So we go through McDonald's. My wife goes, oh, John, I'd like a Big Mac. But here, I don't want any onions on that Big Mac. And I don't really like the sauce that they put on it. So could you get light sauce? Because I don't want no sauce. I don't want it dry. I like light sauce. And then just a sprinkling of lettuce. No pickles. I don't want any pickles. So she's special ordering these things. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, man. I can't do it. My wife and I have been married 17 years. We have 3 children who I adore. The more I spend time with her, the more in love with her I get. Oh, I love her. But yet, I cannot make myself do that special order because the guy on the other side of that microphone, who I will never see again, by the way, I want him to like me. I want him to like me. I want him to say, you know that guy that just ordered? That is a great guy. Good luck, guy. I know this about myself, and yet I still act in ways because that's my dominant fear is rejection. And so I will jeopardize the relationship that I've built with my wife in order to make it easy for me to order a Big Mac through a drive-thru. That is the crazy part of personality style. But once you understand that, it depersonalizes it. Once you understand that, you can get past those things and start to work on real communication plans that will help you, what? Grow your church, or hire the next salesperson, or hire the next administrative assistant, or find volunteers for the nursery, or get people plugged into areas of service that make sense for them. Once you understand this about yourself and people, then really it all becomes very scientific. Then it's just about matching their strengths to an area of service. And that's ultimately what it comes down to. And those are the tools we're going to give you today.